people who are vulnerable, who have needs, are in a diminished position to access that help and to express those needs. There would be thousands of people who would not be getting help today if JFCS did not exist. The mission of JFCS is to be the mental health and human services safety net for the Jewish community while serving the entire community. We exist to provide mental health services and a whole range of human services to anybody who comes through our doors. Each of our honorees this year is unique. They all truly understand that people have needs. Diane Seiden has devoted many years of leadership to our organization, has been a volunteer, and has really been privy to our growth and development over all of these years.
A cousin of mine asked me to go to one of the Night of 100 dinners. So I went to the dinner. I knew people there. And I said, I can do this. I can host a dinner. So I think I hosted 1 or 2 dinners, and then I started sharing it. I grew up in a family that was very active in the Jewish community. My parents used to host events, and my parents have been honored for their work. This was very much a part of my life. My husband, Mark, of 42 years, has been instrumental in encouraging me and supporting me in everything that I'm doing. I would come home from the emergency finance committee and listen to the social workers talk about the cases that needed funding. The bill was paid, whatever it was paid directly. I think JFCS is integral to the community because they're there. I've grown as a woman and as a mother and a wife, as being a part of the agency.
Jamie and Beth are supportive of what we do all year. Without them, it would be very difficult for us to get our message out.
Paper's in existence 89 years.
It's what a newspaper does, it binds the community together. And that's the one thing in Hudson County that was lacking at the time. The mission of the Jewish Standard is to tie this community together. It's just wonderful to know that we're read, that people look at the paper every week and then we can make a difference. That's really important to me.
I started my mission with JFCS a long time ago and actually started with our mom. We had a family friend who was legally blind, but our mom took it upon herself to make sure she had food. The role of JFCS in the community is an extremely important one. It's amazing that one agency can do so much and help so many people.
Their job is to support the community, our job is to cover the community.
Jamie and Beth show up at our bike ride every year.
Jamie bought me a bike, and that first year, how many years ago? Was it 3 years ago? We made Team Jewish Standard.
It's just a fun day, and it just happens to be a great fundraiser for the organization, and we just love doing it. The Jewish Standard and JFCS complement each other, and we're there for each other. We have one mission, and that's to be there for the community.
And the more that we can publicize for JFCS and let the community know what's going on, more people can get involved or use the services. I mean, the services are truly there for everyone.
Chazan Mamber proved every day in his work that he understood what JFCS does, because he was so sensitive to the needs of families either in trouble or dealing with issues.
His congregants knew that if they needed something, they could call him and he would be there. And he just looked to see where he could become involved. For him, the Jewish community was paramount.
Chazan Mamber truly understood how hard we're working to increase our capacity to truly meet our mission.
There are so many people who really don't have support around them, and he was really there to do that.
He really worked in partnership with JFCS.
His strength, his commitment, his caring, all the things that made him so unique. It was very special.
We provide psychotherapy to children, teens, adults, seniors, families, couples, and we're in the fortunate position to have a large cadre of excellent clinicians so that an entire family can really get help in our agency. We have 2 food pantries that feed a number of families who have food insecurity. We provide case management to hundreds of seniors, around 800 at any given point in time.
I became a Meals on Wheels driver for these 2 lovely women who are Holocaust survivors in Hackensack. I formed this relationship, friendship, like how they treasure this Shabbos meal.
Beth reminds me that this is the only interaction that some of these people ever have in the course of a day. I mean, it's hard to imagine that, you know, somebody could be so lonely.
It's amazing how JFCS impacts these 2 women.
I have an almost 92-year-old mother who is relocating from her apartment into an assisted living. JFCS has been instrumental in helping me cope with all these changes. And guess what? This agency is for you. It's not for the other people.
It could be any of us, and we're happy that the organization is there.
There are many in our community, many of our own friends, neighbors, and family who are in pain, who need help.
And if you've made some extra money in the stock market this year, there are people that are less fortunate. They deserve your help, and they deserve that contribution from you.
We get those calls every day. We want to be able to answer those calls and meet those needs, and we need your help to do that.
Without their help, without the empathy, without the understanding our needs, without them I won't survive. Thank you so much.